My husband and I were sitting on the porch this morning and we were just discussing the culture in the United States and how there's always this undercurrent of like violence and hostility, and it's everywhere all the time, and you feel very vulnerable to it. And sometimes you don't really even know you're feeling it, but it's there. And I asked him, when you go to a movie theater, do you assess who's in the room and who might be a threat and who might be hiding something in their coat, and like what you would do if they just like stood up and started shooting? Like, how are you going to get out of the room? How are you going to keep our boys safe? And he's like, yeah, I do. And I said, I do too. We never talked about that openly. And we both agreed, like, we do it all the time. We're at the grocery store, at a concert, at church, at our kids' school. What if who among these people is a threat? And what would we do if they stood up and started to do something? How would we get out of here? How would we protect our kids and ourselves? That is always in our minds. And I don't think we realize the mental toll and the physical toll that takes on us to always be doing those mental calculations. And then not only that, but the culture in the US is such that you're always feeling like someone is trying to get one over on you or like use you somehow. There's always this sense of like you're competing. You're not helping each other. You're not supporting each other. You're competing with each other. And that person he's your enemy. He's your neighbor, but he's also your enemy. Like you try to make sure that he doesn't mow on your side of the lawn too much, because that's yours. That's your property. He's trying to take it from you. There's this sense of like, it's real like selfishness and self-centeredness, and gotta get mine and keep mine and not let anyone else take mine. And I'm really looking forward not to feel that all the time. I don't think we realize that we're feeling it. We're not conscious of it all the time, but I really want to not feel it, And I want to raise my sons not to think that way or have those sort of feelings or have to do those calculations in their head about like, how am I going to get out of this without getting shot? That's what I want. So that's why I am taking my two sons, who are 7 and 9, and my husband and myself to the other side of the world to get away from this place.
For decades, moving to America or Western Europe meant one thing: a better future. Millions of immigrants left countries like India, Vietnam, Mexico, Nigeria, and Brazil, believing hard work abroad would eventually lead to stability, homeownership, and a higher quality of life. That idea still exists, but the reality has changed fast. Housing costs across major Western cities have exploded. Rent consumes huge portions of middle-class salaries, while taxes, healthcare, childcare, and daily expenses continue rising. A six-figure income in New York, London, or San Francisco no longer guarantees comfort the way it once did. At the same time, many immigrants now see opportunities back home improving. Cities like Bangalore, Ho Chi Minh City, Warsaw, and Mexico City offer lower costs, growing economies, and remote work opportunities connected to global companies. As a result, more expats are quietly abandoning the Western dream and returning home after realizing survival abroad no longer feels worth the sacrifice. Today, we're looking at the top 10 cities with the highest return migration rates as immigrants give up and move home. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe and let us know in the comments. Would you still move to a major Western city in 2026, or does the dream no longer feel worth the cost? Number 10, Chicago, Illinois. Chicago used to be one of the most realistic entry points into the American middle class for immigrants. Compared to cities like New York or San Francisco, housing felt cheaper, neighborhoods felt more stable, and raising a family looked financially possible. That's why large immigrant communities from Mexico, India, Poland, Nigeria, and Pakistan spent decades building lives there. But newer arrivals are walking into a completely different version of the city. According to Allied Van Line's data from 2025, Illinois recorded outbound migration rates above 55%, meaning more residents were leaving than arriving. A lot of foreign workers moved to Chicago expecting a slower, more affordable version of America. Instead, many found themselves spending 40% or more of their income on rent while dealing with rising healthcare, insurance, transportation, and property tax costs. And unlike older immigrant families, newer arrivals usually don't have homes, savings, or extended family support waiting for them. That changes the experience completely. An immigrant engineer earning a good salary may still feel permanently stuck renting. A healthcare worker supporting relatives back home may realize saving money in Chicago is becoming almost impossible. After a few years, many immigrants begin asking a question previous generations rarely asked. Why am I struggling this hard if life back home is improving anyway? That shift matters because cities people once left behind are changing fast. Places like Bangalore, Warsaw, Monterey, and Ho Chi Minh City now offer growing economies, modern infrastructure, and far lower living costs. As a result, more immigrants are quietly leaving Chicago after only a few years instead of settling permanently. Some move back home. Others relocate to Texas or the Gulf states. And Chicago is beginning to feel the consequences. Immigrants historically help stabilize neighborhoods, open businesses, support schools, and slow population decline.
My husband and I finally made the difficult decision to leave the United States. It was not an easy decision, and it came from a lot of conversations. But we finally realized we're fighting to stay somewhere that not only is he unwanted, but we're fighting to stay at a place that's just falling apart more and more each day and becoming an unrecognizable place. My husband came here to study English and to be part of, everything the United States had to offer, which was a better life. The irony. Let me tell you a few things that I'm also forfeiting as a U.S. citizen that our country fights so hard to protect their interest. I am now forced to go live in another country just to preserve my marriage. This comes with leaving my family behind, leaving my law license behind that took me years and years to get. I'm not licensed, obviously, in another country, so I have to find an entirely new profession and start over entirely. Being a disabled veteran, someone who broke their back and both of their hips in the military, I am now forced to forfeit my personalized care plan that I have worked the last decade to develop with my physicians. I have medications that I take on a daily basis, and the VA does not ship them out of the country. This also just means that our kids will not really have a relationship with my family. How did we get to a place where the destruction, the waterfall of destruction is just so normalized? I can't stress enough how much I'm not trying to make this about me as much as I'm trying to shed light for those who truly don't get it yet. You should care that your fellow citizens are now being forced to leave the country to stay married. That's where we've gotten, and if that's okay with you, what the hell? To stand 10 toes down behind this administration and to support them at the expense of your fellow citizens should cause alarm bells. You should not be able to rationalize that. This is not as simple as some people are making it out to be. This will easily become a channel of watching us start over from scratch. I've got to find a new job in a country where I need to learn how to speak the fluent language and uproot everything I know just because I fell in love with an immigrant. Stay tuned for our journey and watch me pack up my entire house alone because I'm also robbed of any help in this process because my husband will be in ICE detention until the time that they drive him from the facility to the airport. Is America great? I have yet to see it.
For decades, millions dreamed of moving to America or even Europe for a better life, better jobs, better safety, better opportunities. But something unexpected is happening. In some cases, migrants are choosing to leave and go back home. Why? Is the dream changing? Are rising costs, tougher immigration policies, and economic uncertainty pushing people away? Or is there something bigger happening globally? Today, we are breaking down the real reasons behind this growing trend. Watch these clips and then I'll come back with more comments.
You prefer to go back to Africa to stay there or to be homeless?
I swear to God, I prefer to go.
You prefer to go back
Of course. Okay. Better than this is not life, bro. You see, this is not life. I prefer to go back home. Yeah.
Okay.
Right now, I'm homeless. I don't have nothing.
Hello, bro.
Yeah.
What's your name?
My name is Alas. I'm from Gambia.
From Gambia?
Yeah.
In Gambia? Which part in Gambia?
Serekunda.
Zerankunda.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you speak Wolof?
Yeah, I speak Wolof and Mandinka. Yeah.
Okay. Can you speak Wolof?
Yeah, of course.
Nagala?
Mangini.
Are you cool?
Alhamdulillah, my cool.
Not 11. Okay.
I'm 11 years in here.
11 years in Germany.
Yeah, but no document, huh?
No document.
No.
Okay.
I'm Balbe Condon now. Alabaraga, Famokata.
Hello, bro.
Yeah.
What's your name?
My name is Alas. I'm from Gambia.
From Gambia?
Yeah.
Part in Gambia?
Hmm?
Which part in Gambia?
Serekunda.
Zerankunda.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you speak Wolof?
Yeah, I speak Wolof and Mandinka. Yeah.
Okay. Can you speak Wolof?
Yeah, of course.
Nagala?
Mangini.
Are you cool?
Alhamdulillah, my cool.
Not 11. Okay. So you say your family are from Gambia?
Yeah, I'm from Gambia.
Okay. So what are you doing here in Germany?
Right now, I'm homeless. I don't have nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long have you been homeless?
I'm for living homeless now 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah, 3 years.
Okay. How long have you been in Germany?
I'm 11 years in here.
11 years in Germany.
Yeah, but no document, huh?
No document.
No.
What led you to become an homeless?
Yeah, I'm homeless. Yeah.
How did you manage to become homeless?
It's not easy. It's not easy.
Okay.
It's not easy at all.
Did you have problem with the police or?
No. I don't have any problem with police. I never have problem with police. Yeah.
Oh,
But I'm homeless.
Okay. Where you sleep for now?
I'm sleep right now at the homeless people place in homeless. It's called Pickers.
Pickaxe? I think I know they are pickaxe.
Yeah. I'm living in there for the homeless people.
Okay. So, did you have plans to go back to Africa? You have plans to go to Africa?
Of course, but I cannot, because I don't have document, to go.
To go, okay. No, what I'm saying, you prefer to go back to Africa to stay there or to be homeless?
I swear to God, I prefer to go.
You prefer to go back to Africa?
Of course.
Okay.
Better than this is not life, bro. You see, this is not life. I prefer to go back home. Yeah.
Okay. Can you explain and tell the Gambians maybe who are watching this video?
What I can tell them that life is not easy, So you have to be strong,
Yeah.
But it's not easy.
Okay.
Yeah, right now I'm frustrated. Frustrated?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm totally frustrated.
You're totally frustrated, I can
Yeah.
see. But,
Okay, bro.
Yeah. How did you manage? How did you experience your journey to Europe? How did you travel to Europe?
I from in Gambia to France and Germany.
In Germany. Did you come through flight or?
Yeah, flight.
Through flight. Yeah. Okay. So guys, this is your name again?
Alas. Alas.
Alas?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, this is Alas. I met him here in Hamburg, and he's totally depressed and he need help and support.
Yeah.
So the Gambia community, please, if you watch this video, please help to support this brother. It's been tough here. And I met him. He was very hungry. He said he made something he want to eat, and I said, okay, come, let's discuss something. And this is what he's going through. If you guys can help him, you can support him. Share the video till they reach to the last Gambian person in Gambia. So guys, please let's support this brother. He need help and he needs support. He's sleeping outside. I'm saying, he has been living in Germany for 11 years and things are not easy for him. Guys, please let's support him. He's from Gambia and your mom is from Gambia. And is your mom alive?
Yeah, but my father is dead. I lost my father. Yeah.
Oh, my sympathy. Do you have brother?
In here, no, I don't have brother. I have a brother.
You have sisters?
Yeah, I have in there. All are in Gambia. Yeah.
Can you send message to them? Maybe they can fortunate to watch this video.
Of course.
Call the name, then you send message to them.
I don't have charger, I need the head.
No, your family.
Yeah.
Can you send a message to them?
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
of course.
you can send in Wolof.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, send a message.
No, in Mandinga I can say it.
Okay, Mandinga. Okay.
I'm Balbe Condon now. Alabaraga, Famokata. Okay, bro.
Okay, guys, come. Let me give you something, okay? So you can buy food, okay?
Okay. Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Okay. Wait. Yeah, bro. So you can buy food, okay?
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, bye. We see another time. Anything I will find you, okay? Okay, God bless you, okay? Be strong, okay? Yeah.
Let me try also, maybe if I'll get food in there.
Okay.
Maybe it's close.
Okay.
So before we continue, this isn't about all immigrants. Many are still building successful lives abroad, but there is a noticeable conversation happening around return migration, and the reasons are worth understanding. So let's start with the most obvious issue is money. In many major cities across America and Europe, the cost of living has exploded as of now, and rent prices, groceries, transportation, healthcare in some countries, childcare, and for many newcomers, the month just doesn't work. You can earn more normally in New York, London, Toronto, and even Berlin. But if most of the income disappears into rent and bills, what is the actual gain? Some immigrants are realizing they may have a higher quality of life back home with lower expenses and stronger family support and even less financial pressure. But money is only part of the story. Another factor is policy uncertainty. Immigration systems in many Western countries have become more complex, slower, and even stricter. Visa renewals, work permit delays, changing asylum rules, and tighter border controls. For someone trying to build stability, uncertainty creates stress. Imagine building a life somewhere while constantly worrying about your legal status will change. And that uncertainty pushes some people to reconsider staying. Immigration laws vary significantly by country, and experiences differ widely. So sometimes the issue isn't the country, it is the expectation. Social media often sells a polished version of life abroad, luxury apartments, career success, freedom, travel, but reality can look very different. Long work hours, isolation, language barriers, difficulty finding jobs in your own field, credential recognition issues, cultural adjustments. Some immigrants discover the dream is harder than expected. And then there is the emotional side no one talks about enough. Being far from family can be emotionally expensive. Missing weddings, birthdays, aging parents, raising children without extended support. Even if life is financially stable, emotional isolation can become overwhelming. For some, going home isn't failure, it is lifestyle decision, a decision to prioritize belonging. This is where the story gets interesting because sometimes people are not living due to failure. They are living because opportunity back home have improved, remote work, growing economies, tech industries expanding, entrepreneurship opportunities, digital business, and for some skilled immigrants, returning home now offers better upside than staying abroad. But there is one controversial reason we haven't discussed yet. Public debates around immigration have become heated in many countries. Political polarization, media narratives, social tensions, that environment can affect how welcome people feel. Experiences vary dramatically, but social climate absolutely influences long-term decisions. So what are we actually seeing? A collapse of the immigration dream? Not exactly. Migration has always changed with economics, policy, and opportunity. What may be changing is assumption that moving west automatically guarantees a better life. What do you guys think? Is this a temporary shift or the beginning of a larger global migration reversal? If you've lived abroad or considered moving, share your perspective in the comment section below. If you love breakdowns like this, kindly hit the subscribe button to join our family. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.